on ESPN Plus if you're so inclined to do so. Currently scoreless in Huntington as WVU and Marshall, two top 5 teams going for a Sun Belt championship. Jordan Titus on the mat for West Virginia against Billy Meiszner. Titus, a redshirt sophomore from Center Maurice, New York. Meiszner, a sophomore from New Lenox, Illinois. And these guys both had very successful weekends last weekend. Meiszner 5-1 at Clarion, and Titus 4-0 to win a title at the Southeast Open.
Nice little single by Titus, and oh, got knocked on his butt though. A nice recounter by Meiszner.
Did he lose his balance, you think, or did Meiszner force that?
Well, Meiszner definitely forced that. He drove right into him. Titus wasn't paying attention and got knocked on his butt, which can happen every once in a while, and that's part of the things that happen on the front end of the season sometimes. Titus likes to try that Granby roll a lot out from the bottom position, and Meiszner just does a nice job of just sort of freezing him on his ability to do that, which kept him from being able to get, well, that's not a very good shot, kept him from being able to get out.
Titus tried going for that back leg, fought better of it.
Oh.
Titus one of a string of top 30 ranked recruits that Tim Flynn has brought into the program. As you see Meiszner again.
He's got some wrist control, and you see that Titus just sat down on his butt, and Meiszner took that opportunity to drive into him and gets a takedown. Imagine if soccer changed the scoring, if they somehow did that. Can you imagine?
What if they roll a different ball out for the last 5 minutes of the half? Like this one's the gold one. It's worth 2.
That's right.
What if they play with 2 different ones?
Oh, there's a nice job by Titus. What a great roll through, and a nice job of just trapping that inside shin, and now working more back points.
Looking to follow through. Back shoulder of Meiszner watched very carefully by our official.
Well, there's going to be 4
a near
more.
fall. Well, speaking of scoring, West Virginia has just taken a 1-0 lead in the first half. A pretty strong Mountaineer crowd gathered in Huntington for this one.
So all we had to do is put them on the air, and they scored.
Marshall, the top-ranked team in the country. West Virginia 5th, as you see the goal on the bottom from the top of the box, and you see Titus. Told Navarro with a goal for the Mountaineers. Back to action in Morgantown. Titus has taken an 8-3 lead on Billy Meiszner.
Well, look, he gave up that initial takedown. It was his offense, but he made a slight mistake and just reading some pressure not very well. Gave up the takedown, worked to get himself out, and ended up with a takedown and a near fall. So, you know, they used to be like 5. You used to be able to get a takedown and a 3-point near fall. Well, now you get a 3-point takedown and a 4-point near fall. You score 7 points.
Really allows you to put some nice combos together and really change the pace of a match.
He's now got that ankle hooked.
Beat the clock for Jordan Titus. Is inside 10 seconds in this first period. Leading by 5, looking for more points.
He's got a lot of weight forward, and I'm not.
And he's out of time in this period.
So he sort of gives up the shot, but what he does is sort of captures his own leg and rolls through on that thing, and a nice tilt gives an opportunity for the near fall, and then just drives right through him, keeps him on his back for a little while.
Almost like he saw what Meiszner was going to do and said, all right, you're going to do that? Here's what I got.
Well, he's got a few things. That's what I meant. He's been working on some stuff. You know, his challenge has always been inconsistencies, right? His challenge has been, he does some really great things, but being consistent through the whole 7-minute match and not making some technical errors. And I think those are the things that he's been working on over the course of the last several months. And I don't know, what we got? We ran 2 seconds off the clock for some reason.
They're adjusting that. Yeah, but to get back to your point, though, we saw Tim Flynn a moment ago, and that's the message that he's had to Titus, as he was telling us when we talked to him this week. Keep doing what you've been doing. Persistence is key. They said that Titus did not miss an optional lift last summer. He's been a hard worker, getting better in the areas of hand fighting and getting his shot, getting in a shot and holding guys down. And we saw that a lot in that first period.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. I mean, doing all of those things, I mean, it takes all those things to make these little tiny changes that make the difference between this being a match where he could have been on the bottom for a while and got ridden for a little bit, and then maybe gets a takedown, maybe doesn't, and we might be looking at, well, aside from the scoring, nice job, potential reversal there. They're just going to give him a 1-point green for the escape. You know, I don't know why they didn't make the reversal 3 points. Why they kept that 2. I don't.
They did not value it.
No, apparently not. Maybe there's too many rules changes at the same time. They didn't want to blow people's minds completely.
I think that's probably it. Too much change, you know.
So that's one of the things. Titus did it again. He did the same thing again, but at the same time, man.
And Meiszner's in a position of no leverage. Whereas Titus rolls over. Titus, the aggressor here, working the right shoulder.
Well, that's going to be another 7 points.
They give him 4 for a near fall. Yeah. Getting a lot closer to a technical fall. Titus, with 1 minute to go in the second period, getting close to the TF. No answers for Meiszner. The agony of a wrestler with his nose into the mat.
Well, yeah, and he's going to get rolled through and tilted here. This could be the end right here. That was a nice job on that tilt. He's going to get 3.
The legs continue to work for Jordan Titus, and that'll do it. The near fall for Jordan Titus brings us to an end, and Titus picks up the second Mountaineer win of the afternoon, defeating Billy Meiszner at 141. Titus just in this bout had a motor that would not quit, Tony.
Well, you know, I think one thing he's got to be careful of is just giving people his leg, because he's going to try to do this little counter that he did twice here and got the roll through and the near fall. However, I don't want to see him fall in love with that one, because that spells disaster at some point along the line.